Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to walk you through how we transition users from Primero Identity Management to Gmail. We found out that Microsoft had changed their password reset policies in May 2023, and we're not able to do any password resets using the Primero Identity process that we were previously using. And unfortunately, this is our temporary solution until we are able to change this license process that we currently have with Microsoft. So therefore, what we're going to be doing is advising users to transition to Gmail or some other federated identity provider whenever that's possible. So we're currently federated to do single sign-on with UNRWA, UNFPA, UNICEF, WFP, IRC, Save the Children, TDH, Plan International, and DRC. And the list is going to continue to grow. So what that means is when you go into your production site and you have single sign-on set up, and what that means is you see something like this on your screen where you're able to select a provider. This means that you have single sign-on set up for your site. Then you're going to have to follow this process to be able to transition users from the Primero username to another one that would appear in this drop-down. So what I'm going to walk you through today is how we actually transition anybody from the Primero username to Gmail. So in order to do that, you're going to log in as a system administrator and just as you typically do. Right now, I have single sign-on set up with UNICEF, so that's why you're able to see this get prompted here on the screen. We also have multi-factor authentication, which is this secondary authentication that you're seeing here. So now that we've logged in, I'm going to show you what happens when we are transitioning those users. So I'm going to go into my cases, and I can see that I have a jpanchalingam at integrationid.primerodev.org. This is the user that is no longer able to remember her password, and she's currently set up on the Primero identity. I can see that she has a few cases, and what I'm going to do is start by going into her user profile. Her user profile is here. You're able to see her username, and you can see here that she has a Gmail email address. What I'm going to do is copy all of this information, and I am going to select Edit. And once I've selected Edit, I'm going to go down to her email address. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a plus old to the end of her email, but right before the @ sign. When you're using Gmail email addresses, you're able to add a plus anything. So I can add plus 100, plus Jan, plus old, or anything like this, and it makes it so you're able to have a pseudo email or an extension email, and any email that's going to this email address will still come to your Gmail inbox. But this just helps it so it makes the system recognize that this is now a unique email in the system, because I can't have two jpanchalingams@gmail.com entered into the system on two different users. Now that I've updated this email address, and you can see I can't change the username, I'm going to hit save. Once I've done that, I am now going to create a new user. So in order to do that, I can go ahead and click on plus new and create a new user, but I've already created one for the sake of this demo, so I'm just going to click and show you what I have here. So in this new user, I have set up a Gmail identity provider. I've filled out their information. I've added in their Gmail email address and repeated all of the information that they had in their previous profile. I now am going to make it so this email address is exactly how it was originally in their original profile. And then I'm going to hit save. Now you can see that I have a secondary login for this user. Once I've now added in the second user, the next thing you're going to do is reassign those cases that are owned by this user to the appropriate user profile. So how I'm going to do that is I'm going to go into the filters and I'm going to filter by caseworker and find that user that I would like to reassign. So here is the user that is the old profile, and I'm going to hit apply. And here I can see that there are two cases. So unfortunately, at this point, you will have to go into each case and reassign them to the new profile. So what that means is I will go into the first case, I will click on assign case, and I'm going to find jpenchlingham@gmail.com, and I'm going to say reassigning to new profile October 12th, 2023 for Jan Penchling. And then I'm going to hit save. I'm going to go back to the cases and I can still see that my filter has been applied. So I'll go to the next one and I'm going to do the exact same thing and assign the case to the new profile. And then I'm going to hit save. Now when I go back into the case list view, I can see that it's been reassigned to the appropriate new profile. So I can now, once all cases have been reassigned, go back into the settings and then disable this old user by selecting Edit and scrolling down to the bottom and selecting Disable and Save. If you have any questions, please report them to the Primero Support Hub or the Skype group, and we'll be happy to help.